Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the chapter 14, Open Source Concepts. These are the discussion points which we are going to discuss in this video. So first we are going to learn about the need for the open source software and the network simulator version 2, that is NS2, and its uses. So open network management system, the open source network management system, and the group which created the open NMS. And the last one is the open source hardware. First, we will start with the introduction. So the free software and the compilers were provided with the early computer hardware. So these are the two components which are provided with the early computer hardware. With these human understandable code, the user can modify, add new code, and also identify the errors easily. So open source software is mainly developed by a variety of programmers. So various programmers is involved in the development of this open source software. And however, to add a new change to the software means the modified code will be submitted to a group of programmers, and those programmers will test the modified codes, and if satisfied the appropriate rules, it will then be distributed to all the general public. So why the name came in as a open source? So open source simply refers to making the source code of the software freely available for the users or the other developers to use it, and to make the changes into the original code and the project. So this is the main advantage of the term open source. So they can able to build a new open network management system, and also they can able to create a new open source hardwares, and by the convenience and the user need, the developer can create a new software with this open source. So open source software is usually created and updated by many programmers around the world and made freely accessible in the internet, whereas proprietary software is owned by an organization or an individual. So it is not, the source code is not available in the internet. So the makers of the developers of the proprietary software have not allowed the users or the other developers to view or the edit the source code. But the advantage of the proprietary software is that it gives more control, support, training, security, and stability for user. So making the software reliable to the user. So that is the main advantage in the proprietary software. Even nowadays, the open source software also provides all these advantages. So in a network, so it is not easy to find a problem, especially when there are more systems are connected. The complexity is more. So we need the network software to control and analyze the server system protocol. So network traffic, the traffic flow, and the reports about the ups and downs in the network. So all these things are done with the help of the network software. The notification helps the user and administrator to easily find the status of the network system and even the hardware also. And alert messages gives the details of the faults, where and when it happens. Like that, all these facilities are available. And next one is a NRC force, that is National Resource Center for Free and Open Source Software. So it is an institution of the government of India. So it is mainly developed to help the in the development of the force in India, that is the free open source software. So that is the main aim, to develop the free open source software that we call as a force in India. So organizations that are related to the open source with the help of this NRC force are the Apache Software Foundation, Document Foundation, Eclipse Foundation, Free Software Foundation, Linux Foundation. All these are the companies, so organizations that are related in the development of the NRC force. And the next one is the BOSS. So the abbreviation of the BOSS is Bharat Operating System Solutions. So it is a main operating system that is developed in India by CDAC, that is a Center for Development of Advanced Computing. So which helps to prompt the use of open source software in India, and also it supports many Indian local languages. So even they have created various types of open source licenses like Apache license 2.0 and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, that is MIT license, and Eclipse public license. So all these comes under the open source licenses, various types of open source licenses that are created by the BOSS. So when you change the source code, the open source software requires the inclusion of what the thing has been altered and the methods used to alter. So these are the two things that are to be included in the open source software whenever the modification has been made. So initially the software created after the code modification means may or may not be available for the free of cost. So based on the available team, based on the development team, the which helps in the modification, the charges may apply. And next one is the open source software versus free software. So although both the terms are often used interchangeably, the open source software is slightly different from the free software. So both deal with the ability to download and modify the software without any restriction or charge. So however, free software, the concept which is mainly developed by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the computer science researchers, and in the year 1980s, with the four conditions, as they have given four conditions while developing this free software with the non-profit free software foundation. So the four conditions as outlined by the non-profit free software foundation. So these four freedoms must be given. So emphasize the ability of users to use and enjoy the software as they see it, as they are as the software is fit for them. Whereas in contrast, the opposite on the other hand, the open source software criteria, which the open source initiative developed a year later, and place more emphasis on the modification of the software and the consequences of altering source code, licensing and distribution. So all these things that are respect to the open source software. So it is clear that they too get overlap. So some would say the differences between the open source software and the free software are more technical, more theoretical, but than the practical. So however, both of them, neither the open source software or the free software, should not get confused with the freeware. Whereas freeware usually refers to the proprietary software that users can download at no cost, but whose source code cannot be changed. So that is the definition for the freeware. So these two terms should not get confused with the term freeware. And next one is the open source software and its developers. So the open source software projects are the collaboration opportunities that improve skills and build connections in the field, in the software field. So domains that developers can contribute to open source software community, they are the communication tools, distributed revision control system, bug trackers and task lists, and the last one is testing and debugging tools. So all these domains contributes more in the development of the open source community, that is the open source group. So you can able to see the image how the open source work. Initially the developer creates the compiled program and the source code, and it move on to the next level of the user or the developer, and they do some changes, some modification in the source code, and it is sent to the next level of the user. Like that it goes on, and last it reaches the users or developers in the internet. So likewise, this is how the open source concept works. And next one is the benefits of the open source software and its tools. So there are many open source softwares available. So we can select and use any software which suits the user needs. And the next one is the complete options of the software can be used without any cost and restrictions. Next one is we can share the user ideas. The user can share the ideas with the team and write the required code and also share it with many developers or the new users. As the user can identify the programming techniques of the group members, so that the user can learn many ideas and make the program uh, based on their environment with the help of the writing skill with more efficiency. The coding in open source software being groomed, being developed or upgraded by many programmers in the group. So if any report some problems that they have faced in the program, the rectification is done quickly with respect to the problem. So that is the main advantage. As the user can make changes to the open source software and also can add the most required features in the software, so based on the user needs. So many of the open source softwares are very user friendly. So like these benefits of open source software, we have some problems like difficulties to work for the beginners. So even exchange of files to other softwares or other group members, some it may take more time to transfer, and there are lack of responsibilities, even service and problems with the hardware compatibility issues are there. So even though it has more benefits, these are the some problems or disadvantages with respect to the open source software. And some of the examples of the open source application software are the NS2, that is the Network Simulator 2 version 2, and the Open Network Management System. Even Ubuntu is one of the open source software, MySQL, the database software, and even PDF Creator. And OpenOffice, which is similar to the MS Office. The OpenOffice is a purely open source software. So like this, there are various open source application softwares are available. And next one is a network simulation tool, that is NS2, Network Simulator version 2. So in computer network, the network simulation is a method whereby a software program models the activities of a network. So by calculating the communication between the different network objects like routers, nodes, switches, access points, computers, printers, whatever may be the devices that are connected in the network, it is monitored by with the help of this network simulation software. So a network simulator is a software program that replicates the functioning of a computer network. So in simulators, the computer network is typically demonstrated with the devices, traffics, the data traffic and data flow, that like that all these things are demonstrated in the computer network with the help of the simulators. Normally, with the help of this simulator, the performance and the speed are evaluated. The users can then adapt the simulator to accomplish their precise analysis needs. So that is the main aim of the simulator. And the network parameters define the state of the network, the node placement, existing links. So all these details are given in the network parameters. And the events in the sense the data transmission, link failures if any. So all these are considered with respect to the network parameters. And a significant output of these simulations is given in a form of the file. That file is called as a trace file. So the trace file is a document where every incident that happened in the simulation are logged or tracked and are used for examination. And NS2 is the abbreviation of the network simulator version 2. So it was considered explicitly mainly for exploration in the network communication and event driven open source simulator in computer. So mainly it deals with the based on the event handler. So some of the examples are OTCL and C++ used to create and run the NS2. And NS2 works on the even both Windows and Linux platforms. So that supports both wired and wireless network, that support both for wired and wireless network, and also uses the command line interface as a user interface, not the graphical user interface. It uses command line interface. And the API a pure event-based software, that is application interface that we call as API, a pure event-based software tool with a super simulation design, and it has more inbuilt models, inbuilt templates which help the user to get the desired output easily. And the last topic of this chapter, that is OpenNMS, that is a network management system. So it is a fully free and open source initiative grade network monitoring and management platform. It both monitor and manage the network systems. So it is established and maintained by a group of users, developers by the OpenNMS group, and it offers services, even the training and support to the new user. And the aim of the OpenNMS is to be an actually distributed scalable management application platform for all the features of the FCAPS, that is fault, configuration, accounting, performance and security in the network management model. So presently the emphasis is on the fault and the performance management. Initially they have launched the for rectifying the fault and performance management in the network system. So it was intended to cope tens of thousands of devices from a single server, as well as to achieve the unlimited devices using a cluster of servers in a group of servers. So OpenNMS comprises a discovery engine to routinely configure and manage the network devices that are connected without the operator intervention. So that is the main aim to achieve. So it is mainly written in the programming language called Java, and it is issued under the GNU General Public License, fully open source. And OpenNMS is the world's first software for network monitor and management with the open source options. So there are two types in this, Meridian and the Horizon. So when we need stability and long-term support means we need to choose Meridian. So which is best for enterprises as well as businesses, and which has a more number of data and more number of networks. And Horizon used where innovation occurs frequently. So it is mainly suitable for the best for IT ecosystem, the new technology monitoring. So in case if any development in the new technology means, they can use this Horizon, the OpenNMS. And this OpenNMS was initially released in the year 1999. So in 2004, they have created the group, OpenNMS group, and this group gives the user the event management and notification and discovery and provisioning, service monitoring and data collection. So all these services that are given with the help of this OpenNMS group. And this OpenNMS group has three main functional areas. First one is service monitoring. So where a number of monitor modules can govern if a network based services are accessible. So the network based services like ICMP, HTTP, the domain name system, that is DNS. So all these comes under the network based services. And second one is a data gathering. So by using with the help of the single mode, the SNMP and the JMX, the simple network message protocol and the Java management extension. So that is the SNMP and the JMX. And the third one is event management and notifications. So which comprises of alarm reduction and a robust announcement system with the acceleration and duty schedules. So that is the main advantage and the three functional areas of this OpenNMS. So OpenNMS is mainly recognized for its scalability. So the whenever the more number of users are joined in the group means it has the capable to monitor. So though it can be easily used to handle a small SMB network, so server message block network, it is also accessible enough to be used in place of large group of management products. So like HP OpenView and IBM MicroMuse or IBM Tivoli. So all these are the huge number of network system they are using. So even in that group also this OpenNMS has the capable to work with. So in this duration of increased competition and cyber crimes, the computers used by the individuals or business organization may have some spy hardware of rivals. So open source hardware technology helps in such threats to avoid all these spywares. So avoid all these issues with respect to the privacy. So open source hardware technology is used. So in this technique, the user gets the components of the hardware and the circuit diagram so that they can easily remove some suspicious spyware if any found. So with this, the chapter 14 gets completed. So in the next video, we will start with the chapter 15. Thank you, students.